in 4 Americans have been the victim of porch pirates, and Security.com estimates that an estimated 37 million packages will be stolen this year. I'm joined now by Security.org expert Jean Petrino. Jean, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We're going to begin with, Jean, do we see an increase in package thefts when we have these big sales like Prime Day?
Yeah, absolutely. There is a dramatic increase, upwards of 40% the week following Prime Day, and that's really because the thieves know that there's going to be an increase in packages that are going to be left unattended.
So they're monitoring this. They know when the sales are. They know when, we're likely to have a lot of packages at our front door.
Yeah, absolutely. They not only monitor, these type of sales seasons that we have, but they also follow the drivers around as they're delivering packages and look for those opportunities to take the package when no one's there.
And that's tough, because if they're following the drivers, that means you could even be home and end up having one of your packages stolen before you realize it's even there. So what are the best ways to keep our packages from being stolen?
So there's a few of them. Actually, you just mentioned it, that have a neighbor that can get your package for you or secure them. There's services like Amazon Hub Lockers, and UPS and FedEx have access points where you can have the package delivered to a secure location. One of the favorite things that I always recommend is having it delivered to your place of employment if your employer allows it, and I think most of them these days are okay with that. Anything that you can do to take that package out of an unsecured porch and put it into somewhere that's secured is the best bet for you.
This is not a new thing, obviously. So how is package theft evolving now that more people have put security measures in place? Almost everyone these days seems to have a Ring camera, but that really hasn't seemed to deter these thieves.
Well, the Ring cameras are great. Any of the video doorbell cameras are great. They're good for collecting evidence, and there is somewhat of a deterrent level to them. But thieves evolve with technology, and they know that they can shield their faces as they're approaching a house. But they also started to work in groups to coordinate with taking the packages. So there's very little time between the point when the package is dropped off to the time that they're able to grab it and before the homeowner gets it. So they're really exploiting that small window of time.
I've always wondered this. Do they look for certain sized packages? Is there anything they're looking for, or any packages we should be more careful with?
Well, I don't know if there's anything that says that they're looking for any size of package. They really don't know what is being delivered. It's just sort of a luck of the draw. They'll grab what they can. But if it's something that you're ordering that is of high priority, medication or things for a vacation that you might need right away, you definitely want to make sure that you've found an alternate place to have that package delivered where it can be secured and not left, vulnerable on your front porch step.
And one more question for you. If we do have something stolen, what are our next steps? What should we do to make sure that we are more likely to be made whole?
Yeah, so it's a very tough crime to solve. So if it's an insured product that you had shipped, I would immediately file a claim. If you've got any kind of video surveillance, collect that as evidence so you can help support that claim. But I think one of the bigger things that is often overlooked is reporting to law enforcement. We're finding only about 25% of the people report these thefts, and law enforcement will always dedicate their resources to areas where there's a spike in crime. So underreporting it makes it look like it's not a real issue, when in fact, we're talking about millions and millions of dollars of packages stolen every year, and we're not really, getting the law enforcement assistance that we probably could if we reported it more frequently.
All right, Jean, thanks so much for those helpful tips. We appreciate you being with us this morning.
Thank you.